What's up everyone, in this video I'll be showing you a massive breach that goes across multiple areas throughout Forza Horizon 3. But before I do anything, I have to thank LowestGravity for bringing this to my attention, and his YouTube channel will be down in the description below. And so, let's dig right into it. This massive breach that I'm talking about was originally for driving into any type of massive amount of water in the game. That could be the ocean in Byron Bay, the massive body of water at the Pink Lakes, or the other massive lake by the dam. This has opened up a massive can of worms because not only has opened up 6 water breaches across the map, it has also opened old breaches that either me or other YouTubers have shown off. But this has also created a few new sections outside the map boundaries. I'm going to try my best to highlight everything this has opened up, but I'm warning you now that this will be a very long video by my standards for showcasing breaches because I normally jump straight to the point. To get this going, you can use any type of vehicle that you wish, but honestly I somehow feel safer in a nice low vehicle with all-wheel drive, so I'm going to choose the Bach Mono and swap in the all-wheel drive for it. Next we're going to drive over to a bucket list icon on the map, and it doesn't matter which one you choose, but I'm going to select the West Byron Bay location. Now create a new bucket list challenge and select whatever type that you want to make since they all work the exact same. So I'm going to choose set route and drop my finish line marker somewhere far away where I won't accidentally cross the line. Since you have started the event, let's drive over to the ocean for our first breach. As you might know, if you try to drive out in the ocean, it will reset you back to land. But since we are in this blueprint mode, it will respawn you right on the line where you got that black screen. If you keep driving forwards, it will eventually respawn you on the other side of that line and you'll be able to drive around the water freely. The best tip I can give is if you have gotten the respawn screen at least 7 times with no luck, then back up and try another section of water. From what I have noticed since I'm driving the Bach Mono, I can get past the black screen pretty fast because my vehicle is underneath the water for the most part. If I was driving a massive vehicle like the Ford Raptor, then it'll take a few more tries until I get past the barrier. On the overhead map, I have marked out the section that you'll be able to drive around in. Anything outside of the red, you will fall off the map. Now before we drive off to another breach location, you remember that I mentioned that this has also opened up older breaches from the past? This section of water has opened 2 different types of areas for you to explore. There's one for drone mode and there's one that many YouTubers have shown off. Now if you see a green line on the left side is the route that you can take with the drone, and you can fly all the way up to the rainforest if you wish. Now if you want to know more information about this old drone glitch, then check out the description below because this section was technically patched. As for the other breach, I bet you have most likely seen this glitch where people has wall breached the festival sites across the map. This has been shown off by so many YouTubers, but if you don't know about this breach, then I also have a video on how to do that down below. In this video, however, if you're still driving in the water, then you can go over to this corner of the area and drive through these rocks until you get to land. From there, you follow the edge of the wall up the hill and around the lighthouse to enter the festival site. Since I got those 2 things out of the way, let's jump over to the other side of the Byron Bay Festival site. Here you have an alright section you can drive around in, but there's something I really want to highlight out of this area. Over by the cave that's in the game, there's a section of rocks you can drive through and it has yet opened another old breach. This marks another route that you can take over to the Great Ocean Road and drive off the other side into the water over there. If you want to find out the other method on how to get here and discover more routes that are in that area, then check out the video down in the description below. Now on to the third location near the Shipwrecks. On the overhead map I have marked out the area that you can drive around in with the vehicle, but this area also marks the drone glitch yet again on where you can fly your drone over the ocean. And that video is, well, blah blah blah. The 4th location is going to be over by the dam. Here you have a massive area that you can rip around in. Although there's really nothing much else to say about this location since it's just a massive body of water, so let's zip over to the 5th breach. Now before people say anything about this location, there is a way to get inside this lake without creating a blueprint event. However, in this video it's the fastest way to get into the water if you don't know the exact location of the opening in free roam. This area has also been shown off by a lot of YouTubers, so if you want to know all the information on how to get inside this lake, then check out the description down below. Now we are coming to the last breach in the video by the Pink Lakes. There is also an opening you can drive through in free roam without creating a blueprint event, but it's something I'm not going to showcase on this channel because of this video right here. Anyways, as you might know, the game cuts off the left side of the lake, and you might be thinking along the lines of, so what? Like that really matters if it's cut off? What if I said that there's actually a little bit of land that you can actually drive on that's not shown on the overhead map? With a little bit of Photoshop magic, I have extended the map to give you a rough idea on what I'm about to talk about. When you breach the lake, you really can't drive around the whole area, so I have marked out on what you can drive on. As for the section of land off the map, I have outlined that in yellow so it's easier to see. Not only you get a massive view of the landscape over there, but you have also drove on a section that's not shown on the map, which I think is pretty freaking cool. There is one more thing I want to point out in this area, but it's something not really worth your time trying out, I might add. There is another entrance to another old breach that I've showcased on my channel, but the entrance of this one is a bit of a pain because you have to technically jump over a skinny section of land to stop on a rock. With the old breach, you wouldn't be able to jump back into the Pink Lakes due to the massive invisible wall, but for some reason we can jump this direction without an issue. If you did manage to land on the rock, then you'll have to fight your way down the edge of the river. It can take you all the way down to the other side of the map and turn towards the rainforest, which is pretty awesome. However, there is a lot easier way to get into this breach, so I also have a video outlining all the good things that you might not know about in the description down below. The very last thing I want to bring up is the lights hidden underneath the map. This seems to be becoming a normal thing in my breach videos because there's multiple of them across the map. During this video there has been 2 more light sightings, and the only way to trigger them is to roll back time with the replay feature. It's best to roll back just enough, then go into replay mode so you can hit the photo mode button to look at the lights in greater detail. You should also be doing this at nighttime for the best results. Well, that's going to wrap up this interesting bypass to get into new and old areas within Forza Horizon 3. I also have to give another shout out to LowestGravity for bringing this to my attention because it was pretty interesting on how things link together. So make sure to smash that like button if you thought this was pretty informational, and I'll see you next time.